Aging is a physical, structural breakdown of your cellular machinery. Over time, the parts slowly rust, fragment, and fail. Research scientist Dr. Josie Beeridge points out a clear reality. If you want to reverse aging, you must target the exact biological systems that weaken over time. On screen are the two critical systems that degrade as we get older: mitochondrial cleanup and intracellular antioxidant production. On the left, a healthy cell runs perfectly. On the right, an aging cell is failing. Look at that clutter, worn-out, defective mitochondria your body isn't clearing away. While that garbage piles up, defense indicators are dropping fast, caused by a steep decline in glutathione, your main internal antioxidant. The wellness industry insists that eating raw superfoods like pomegranates and broccoli is enough to fix both of these cellular failures. This leaves you with a tough choice. You are left wondering if you can rely strictly on dietary purism, or if you actually need specialized synthetic supplements to keep your cells running. Throwing money at random anti-aging pills is highly inefficient. To get results, you need to identify exactly which cellular system is failing and figure out whether your body can even process those whole food solutions in the first place. Let's start with clearing out that cellular debris. The first intervention pathway uses a specific gut metabolite called Urolithin A. Urolithin A triggers a process called mitophagy. Think of this as the cell's internal recycling program. It hunts down and digests those worn-out mitochondria. Naturally, your body is supposed to synthesize urolithin A from whole foods, specifically from foods like pomegranates and walnuts. This chart reveals a major roadblock. A full 40% of people lack the gut bacteria required to make that conversion. For them, eating raw superfoods provides zero urolithin A benefits. Their gut blocks the step. This is where the intervention comes in. Taking a synthetic urolithin A supplement bypasses the gut microbiome entirely. The synthetic supplement guarantees the delivery of the metabolite directly to your cells, forcing that mitophagy recycling program to run regardless of what you eat. So urolithin A acts as biological insurance against a genetically unpredictable microbiome to guarantee cellular cleanup. Now we move to the second failing system, the steep decline of your cell's primary intracellular antioxidant, glutathione. The first method to fix this drop is a combination of two supplements, glycine and NAC, often called GlyNAC. These act as direct biological building blocks. GlyNAC safely and effectively replenishes the raw materials your body is missing, counteracting the age-related decline of glutathione. The alternative method is sulforaphane. This is a derivative of broccoli sprouts, and it takes a completely indirect approach to antioxidant defense. Looking at this matrix, GlyNAC provides raw materials on the left. On the right, sulforaphane introduces a controlled stressor instead. This mild stress flips a genetic switch called NRF2, forcing the cell to manufacture its own glutathione from scratch. There is a primary trade-off here. Sulforaphane operates on much earlier stage scientific evidence compared to the highly established data for GlyNAC. That carries a higher scientific risk profile. Optimizing this defense pathway forces you to make a choice: supply the cell with safe, proven raw materials using GlyNAC, or aggressively trigger the cell to defend itself using sulforaphane. True longevity optimization requires aligning distinct biological mechanisms with your personal risk tolerance and your budget. We can use this decision tree to determine exactly which biological pathway fits your strategy. First, the pragmatic optimizer wants reliable, direct interventions for age-related declines and refuses to gamble on early science. Your ideal stack is on the left. Prioritizing proven mechanisms points you directly to Urolithin A for fail-safe cleanup and GlyNAC for direct building blocks. Second, the systems biohacker prefers hormesis, forcing the body to work, and tolerates early science for systemic upregulation. Follow the right branch. Prioritizing systemic upregulation points you straight to sulforaphane to trigger the NRF2 stress response. Keep in mind, relying strictly on whole foods is a gamble. Diet alone simply cannot overcome that 40% gut conversion failure rate for mitophagy. And when it comes to your antioxidants, you have to decide whether you want to safely feed your cells or deliberately stress them into action. Ultimately, you are buying biological insurance against a poor gut microbiome, purchasing raw construction materials, or initiating a cellular fire drill. Choose mechanism, not hype.